It is Friday. Can you believe it? 2 weeks. 2 weeks done. NetAdmin 949. Okay, we see if there were any questions on the course. We did some more how networks work, and they worked on a lab on connectivity. And we will go through that. Work needs to be submitted in Canvas. Okay, some people sent me an email, some people didn't get it submitted, and so forth. But we'll go over that this coming Friday. Right here, next Friday, we're going to finish Chapter 1, and the students should start the content, looking at the content in Chapter 2. If the students from NetAdmin want to participate in the tech club, they can let me know. We have a cyber defense competition. It looks like might have something in December. We do tech dens, which we'll be announcing later on, and maybe towards spring we might do some esports. You can send me an email if you're interested. I already have some people that have talked to me. We talked about some basic fundamental things for networks. So we have this logical diagram that shows us how, in general, it works. So, let me start over here. I kind of draw a cloud around, okay, the main campus. And then there's an access point in the classroom, and students can connect to that with their phones. Right? And some students mentioned they save some money on their data plans by connecting to their phone. So their phone connects here. Here's another example of phone. We can have these different phones connect, and they connect by Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi gets them into the main campus network, and then through the main campus network, it allows them to go out to the internet, if that's what they need to do, or access things on the main campus. Next thing here, we talked about the PCs in the classroom and how they connect. They all connect with some cable going into a switch. And then from that switch, we have a connection to another switch, and then eventually we connect to a firewall that protects our network from people coming in from the outside that can't get through. And then actually from the firewall we have some fiber running over here, and then we can go out to the internet. Or there are some ways you can get back in here, but not typically. Not typically. So we were interested in knowing, how does this switch distinguish the different computers? And it does it with a media access control, or sometimes referred to as a MAC address. Oops, let me back up there. MAC address. And we looked briefly at those. We study that much more in Chapter 3, so we still have a ways before we get to that. A couple other things. So our PCs have a port in there that we connect to the network, RJ45, that's right here. And then we also have antennas, so we can connect to that access point, and it's actually the same one. So our computer could go this way to get to the internet, or it could go this way if we want to set it up to do that. This connection here, we often refer to that as a physical connection. Or we talked about the physical connection, how that PC is actually connected to the switch. Next week, or this coming Friday, we're going to talk more about the wiring. Let me take that off there. About the wire, how we're connected by a wire, and how that works in terms of a network. We mentioned a little bit, we start talking about IP addresses. Almost done. Little review. We talked about logging in the room. No problem there. We got one person we're still working on getting into NetCAD. I contacted NetCAD, so we're going to work on that hopefully Monday. You contact me here, or if you check the syllabus, the information, you can text me using my Google number. 9. Well, you can look it up. Then we finished up today. We talked about the command prompt. We did a couple commands, did this command, Windows machine, and then we worked on some lab work where we would ping, do a trace route, and we also did an ARP and an NS lookup. These are all done at the command prompt. Then we recorded the results and submitted that document. We are going to talk much more about the specifics of these in the next 2 chapters, mostly in chapter 3, where we talk about local area network connectivity. How does a local area network, a LAN, how does it function, and so forth. And we already have a start on that. We already talked about the MAC address and how that's how networks distinguish one phone from another phone, even though they're connecting to the same device, or computers connecting somewheres. You can distinguish all devices that connect into a network nowadays are distinguished by their MAC address, and then more logically, in the bigger picture, by an IP address. The MAC address stays with the equipment. The IP address can change. You have a different IP address if you connect your phone to your Wi-Fi at home than if you connect it to the Wi-Fi at NIAC or at Cabin Coffee or McDonald's or wherever. That is it. Reminder, be working on the curriculum. NetCAD. And there you're working on the curriculum in the Cisco Academy, and we should have finished chapter 1, and you should be currently working on chapter 2. Make sure you let me know if you have any questions. All right, see you on Friday.